Show number 3. On today's show, Jim and Mike talk the Beatles, Todd Rundgren, the White Album Tour, the Weeklings, Billie Eilish, and more.
Check. Rich check.
Hey everybody, this is Jim.
And this is Mike.
And we're on show number 3. First show, was a little rough. We're in the the renovated, did you say seven studios, so you can hear us a lot clearer.
Yeah, it's much better.
I can actually get up the mic like this.
Yeah,
hi there.
you can back off.
Okay.
Sorry. That mic. Oh, I thought you. Yeah, that's the mic.
No, not me. You.
Get
Okay.
the mic really close.
So this is Jim and Mike Talk, and today we're going to talk about the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about Todd Rundgren.
Great show.
And we went to see show. It was on October 19th, so that was about a month ago.
All-star band.
We're going to talk about concert we went to last night. We've been concerting it up. So we're going to start off with show we went to on October 19th, and Todd Rundgren, you might have heard of him. He put together this, I don't know if you call it an all-star band.
I just did, but I could be wrong.
I mean, they're famous, musicians.
And this was at Wind Creek. This is in Bedlam.
Yeah, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Used to be the Sands Casino, and now it's Wind Creek, or I like to call it something else, but we'll keep that. I'll
It's
keep
a river
that to myself.
Yeah, and it's a river that flows by, and so
Yeah.
they got the creek there. So I think it came from probably some Native American reservation or something. I don't know. It's a Wind Creek somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've been to, 15, 20 shows there when it was the Sands. And so this show was, like I said, it was a band that Todd Rundgren put together, basically as a tribute for the White Album, which is 50 years old.
Wow.
I was 3.
Yeah.
My buddy Mike here was around the same age.
Yeah, 2 to 3 years old.
So we didn't grow up listening to the Beatles until I didn't until later. You still can't avoid the Beatles. Sure, everybody knows who.
Yeah, and the 80s weren't a popular time for the
Yeah.
Beatles. It wasn't quite ready for resurgence yet. So we were listening to other music.
It's just
at that time.
amazing that a band that was only together for relatively 6 years is still popular.
And so many hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't plan it this way to see 2 concerts in a row that had to do with the Beatles.
Right. But it says
just
something
happened.
for the longevity of the Beatles music.
Yeah. So Todd's band was, we got Christopher Cross. You might remember him, what was it, the 80s, early Sailing.
Yeah. Do you want to sing a little bit of that, Jim?
Sailing takes me away from where I'm going.
Yeah,
Okay, that was a little rough.
Yeah.
It's morning here in the city. Okay, so we got... okay, I'm going to try not to snort as I do that.
You're looking at the other names, I think.
Yeah, we got Mickey Dolenz, of course, from the Monkees. Jason Scheff. I'm not very familiar with him, but he's
Serious
been
musician.
a bass player for Chicago for a while. He wasn't, I guess, the original bass player. We got Joey Molland. He's from Badfinger.
Yeah.
It's one band I really like.
And he was on electric guitar. Yeah, he was doing really well.
And so I'm going to go down the list of songs. Now, this was a long concert. Not long concert, but, most concerts are probably like an hour and a half long. This seemed like 4 hours. I don't know.
We were there for a while. Long enough for an intermission is what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a break, they said, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, there was an intermission, and we had, let's see, we had 33 songs.
33.
Yeah, so let's
33.
go down the list here.
It's a lot of music.
We had Back in the USSR, Dear Prudence, Everybody's Got Something to Hide Except Me and My Monkey.
And
I remember Todd was singing this.
Yeah.
And Mickey Dolenz, I don't know where he was. He wasn't on stage. He was getting a drink or
resting.
Yeah, resting. But when Todd went to say Me and My Monkey, Mickey Dolenz was standing there next to him.
Yeah.
Kind of odd.
Yeah.
And then he left the stage to finish his drink.
I think we can put that all together, that he is a monkey. Right.
Yeah. Then we have Martha, My Dear, Savoy Truffle. And then we went into
just leaving the Beatles, but this monkey would think he's related to a Beatle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's kind of bringing that in. Yeah.
But we went into each individual musician or performer did their own, what they're known for. There are a couple of songs. So Mickey Dolenz did I'm a Believer, Pleasant Valley Sunday. And I was a little disappointed in Mickey because when I heard that Todd put this band together, I thought Mickey would be playing drums. But he...
Well, I think you could see by his antics, dare I say, that he wanted to be out, in front.
Yeah, he wanted
to be out there singing.
Yeah.
Maybe not back so far as a drummer would be.
And he played a mean tambourine.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Isn't that a song? Mean Tambourine?
Anyway. I want to know, is a tambourine an instrument? I guess it's a percussion.
It's a percussive instrument,
Okay.
But it's elementary, it's, a little jingle here, a little jingle there.
I mean, you don't, if you want to learn guitar, you go to a guitar teacher, when you're, like when I was 15, but tambourine.
You got $55 for half-hour lesson.
Yeah, and you're done.
They probably got lessons.
Yeah, and you're done, one lesson, and
Still cost you $55, but yeah.
Okay, and then we got Joey Mullen. He did Baby Blue, which is Badfinger, of course, and No Matter What, that's a good song.
Right. It's a great song. If you haven't looked up No Matter What by Badfinger, you need to do that because it's a feel-good song.
And maybe
you'll know
future
it, not by the
podcast
title.
will actually go into Badfinger and their story.
Yeah, it's a great story.
Stuff there. Well,
it's a hidden story.
Yeah.
People don't know it.
Yeah. So, and Joey Mullen, he had that Paul McCartney thing going on. He kind of looked, he's British. Not that everybody, that's British looks like Paul McCartney, but he had the Paul McCartney hair, I think. He was born with that hair, but
Yeah. But
he wasn't born and you got Paul McCartney hair.
Not the first thing the doctor said.
No. So then we got Jason Scheff, if I'm saying that right. Sheaf, maybe it's Sheaf.
I'm not sure.
Scheff.
I think it's Chef.
So he's the bass player for Chicago. So he did Hard to Say I'm Sorry, which is not really one of my favorite songs.
No, not for me either. It was, during that time when the song came out, it was total pop ballad.
Yeah, Peter Cetera. It came out in May of 1982. We were 17 at the time. We were youngins. And we were into, other music besides that. But that got a lot of radio airplay.
Right, punk going from alternative, and then you have Hard to Say I'm Sorry.
But Jason did a really good job on that song, I think. He has a really good voice. He played the piano on that one. So he is a multi-instrumentalist.
Got it?
Yeah. And then song Chicago 25 or 6-4, which Jason actually sang the original lyrics on. So he's known for that song.
So that sounded good.
Yeah. Then we got Todd Rundgren. And let's go into Todd here a little bit. Now Todd, he produced some big albums. He came from Philadelphia, and he was in the psychedelic band, which I'm sure not many people remember. I was only 2, called Nas, in 1967.
Wow.
So he's been around for a while. And And then 2 years later, he left Nas to pursue a solo career. And immediately, right?
Immediately.
Even before he recorded the song, no, I'm just kidding. He had his first top 40 hit with "We Gotta Get You a Woman."
Yeah, that's all right. You know.
That was 1970.
Yeah.
But his best-known songs include "Hello, It's Me."
Great song. Love that so much more than the other one.
Yeah, he should have done that one.
Yeah.
And "I Saw the Light." And let's see.
Oh,
And
there's the
And in 1983 single, which our local radio station, Z95.
They played it 3 or 4 times a day, I think.
I thought they played it on Fridays, or it was like a Friday morning.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe they did play it every morning, like the morning, the crazy morning zoo stuff.
It was a zoo.
And it was "Bang the Drum All Day." So that's kind of an anthem.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to work. I just want to bang the drum all day.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, sometimes we all...
It's a Friday at 5 song.
Who wants to work, you know?
Yeah.
Just get a drum. And,
well, yeah, if you can make drumming your work, then you've got it all together. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Todd organized the first interactive television concert in 1978.
Wow. How are they interacting, I wonder? That's fascinating.
Yeah, I should have looked into that more.
Yeah.
He designed the first color graphics tablet in 1980.
A technician as well.
Yeah, he took a tablet and he took some colored pencil. No, I don't know.
This is
first color.
1980.
This is a first color tablet.
Yeah.
And he created the first interactive album, No World Order, in 1994. Which that probably interactive album, maybe CD. Right?
Yeah.
Where you could put it into your, into the computer, and there'd be videos maybe on there.
Right. Interactive in your desktop. Right.
Yeah. Maybe it linked to a website or something.
Right. And this is 1994, and so the web is just getting some strength, building some strength around the world. But not everybody has internet.
Yeah.
Not half the people in the world had internet at that time.
Yeah. 94. Yeah. I didn't. 99. I know. eBay started around there.
Yeah, it was the early 90s were the start of emails, and then later the internet.
I don't know, I still love that sound. AOL.com, that was my first email. That chirping, that when you connect it to the dial-up. That's, whenever I hear that sound.
Well, here it is.
Yeah, that's the sound. Yeah, brings me right back. Okay, so and then Todd, he produced. This is interesting. Badfinger's Straight Up album in 1971. So there's the Badfinger connection.
So Todd was the producer for that album.
Grand Funk Railroad, We're an American Band. That was, I think, a big album in '73. The New York Dolls, their first self-titled, 1973.
Wow.
And this is the big one. Meatloaf's Bad Outta Hell.
Oh, to the top of the charts in 77.
1977. And XTC, one of our personal favorites, I would think, Skylarking.
Wow.
1986. Yeah, love XTC. And then the other link, the link to the Beatles, I mean, maybe there's other links, but Todd was also part of... Ringo Starr puts together an all-star, he calls it all-star band. And Todd's been a part of that for, I think, five or six tours, I'm not sure exactly. So I think Todd may have gotten the idea to do this Beatles 50th anniversary of the White Album tour and get these musicians that he maybe worked with over the years.
Right, and it's a common theme. I think you see as if you look over time, if you look over 50 years, what other band is going to be there is going to be that common element, from Badfinger all the way up to 2019 here. It would be the Beatles. What other band could hold that kind of sway over a half a century?
I mean, you could do Led Zeppelin, but you got Jason Bonham. He's John Bonham's son.
Right.
Going off topic a little, but he does I forget what he calls it, but it is Led Zeppelin.
Right.
But you don't have Jimmy Page or
Right,
Robert
and
Plant.
what you have with the Beatles, you have obviously short songs, a lot of 3-minute songs, more or less, and but with the Beatles songs, it hits a wider range. If you would poll like everyone across the U.S., people would know more Beatles songs or be touched by "Hey Jude" more than "Black Dog." Yeah, you just have that feel and that touch. It touched people's souls.
You hear them
more than other bands.
Yeah, sadly, but over time in commercials but also movies, you'll hear. I mean, the Beatles.
Yeah, it's there.
They're just.
And still waiting for the Led Zeppelin documentary or a movie to come out. Major motion picture.
Yeah.
It's the documentary was out years ago. The song remains the same, I believe. But these with the recent.
That would be a great. Like the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, sort of like that.
Yeah. Still waiting for that with Led
The
Zeppelin.
next one is the Bee Gees.
Yeah. It's unbelievable, but I don't think that's the title. But I feel it's unbelievable. Bee Gees, yeah.
Staying alive. Okay, my voice is a little. I'm usually a great singer. My voice is a little rough this morning.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm like Luciano Pavarotti sometimes.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah. We could do opera, but that would turn people off, probably most likely.
So we're a little more upbeat on this podcast than I think the first one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not to keep going back to the first one, but
it's the coffee, not the drugs. Yeah.
We just wanted to get that one, out there.
Mm-hmm. So what do you got up here next?
Oh yeah, we got.
We're back at the Wind Creek.
Oh, and then
the Sands in Bethlehem, right?
Well, actually, Todd did "Hello, It's Me."
Oh yeah.
Okay. I might have gone to the bathroom. I don't know.
Yeah.
That one. Okay. So, Christopher Cross. Now, the thing about Christopher Cross, I think he was playing guitar, right? I don't know why I thought Christopher Cross was a piano player, but
no, I'm not sure.
The thing I noticed, I don't know if I was wondering if they got Christopher Cross last minute or if he's got other things going on that except for his own songs, he had a tablet. It might have been Todd's first tablet. I don't know. No.
Yeah.
But he had a tablet in
color
front of him with, I'm pretty sure, with the lyrics to the Beatles songs.
Yeah.
So, and everybody else knew that.
Right. Now, we're going to get to this later in the podcast, but also last night out in Montclair, someone had a tablet too looking at Beatles lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
But that's when they were a little complicated. There's some complicated lyrics on I Am the Walrus and such.
Oh, yeah.
I digress.
So, so Christopher Cross, he did Sailing and Ride Like the Wind.
Groovy, smooth.
Yeah, I'm thinking that was in a movie because I know there's another song that was in Arthur that he didn't do.
Yeah,
I think he might have been more of a movie music guy. He was all over the place though.
The other one was called Theme from Arthur.
Yeah,
and people don't know it by that title.
Well, there's I don't know if it's the same song, Bright Lights in the City or something.
Yeah, this is the whole moon,
that might have been
the whole moon in New York City.
Yeah. Is that the Arthur?
Yeah, that's it.
That
that's
might be the
Theme from
Arthur song.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he decided not to do that.
Yeah.
Spared us.
And I wasn't a huge Christopher Cross. I don't know. I'm sure there's Christopher.
Well,
I don't want to put down Christopher.
No, you got
good musician.
But you could get your fill on the radio. You just turn the radio on and you've got your fill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went back into the Beatles. They did Honey Pie, Why Don't We Do It in the Road, and While My Guitar Gently Weeps. So then we had the intermission.
Taking a break, and when we took a break, I was realizing,
I thought the concert was over. I was, Mike here, he's texting me, where are you? I'm like at my car.
Yeah.
And I had to come back in. Remember that?
Yes.
I had to come back in, and luckily I still had my wristband on.
Yeah.
Because once I'm at the car, I like fling that thing off.
Yeah. It's probably like going back to your old concert days where you go out to the parking lot and stuff, but it's probably that. So what I was noticing, I was just sitting in my seat and I was noticing, where is all the hair? Because I'm starting to lose some of my hair, but I don't know. I think there was probably just as many bald people in the audience.
Where has all the hair gone?
So I started feeling a little older then during admission. When the lights come on, it's always better
think
with the lights off.
We might have been the younger.
Yeah,
I want to think. I always want to think we're the.
Well, this is 60s and 70s music, so people are above their 60s and 70s here.
But you're not gonna at a 21 Pilots concert. You're not gonna see walkers.
Right, and I was at 21 Pilots just last year, and people were a generation younger than me, but it was still really hot. It was real rocking. But I definitely felt old then too. More hair. After the intermission, what's coming up?
So we start with Blackbird. Not a favorite of mine. There are Beatles songs. Some people, Beatles wrote so many incredible songs, but there's songs that I can give or take. Octopus's Garden, I can think of. Mm-hmm. Luckily, I didn't do that.
Yeah, there's no need for that.
Yeah. So, I actually don't know that one.
Yeah.
Julia.
Not a popular one.
Yeah, Julia. Mm-hmm. Mother Nature's Son. Yeah, I don't particularly. Mm-hmm. Now, Rocky Raccoon, I remember.
Now, this was a special version.
Mickey Dolenz, he had to, at that point in the concert, because, we're at the 2.5 hour mark.
Out comes the chair.
He had to sit on a stool, like we're sitting. Mm-hmm. But we're just lazy, I'm not going to stand here,
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. And we were out late.
Well, it was and bringing up the stool. That was he was in storytelling mode. You could see he wasn't performing; he was storytelling.
So I have to say, I really enjoyed Rocky Raccoon.
It was a great version. It really was.
Yeah, he was very animated, even while he was sitting. And actually, he sang better on that than I think his own Monkey songs. They were Revolution. Sexy Sadie. Now this is where Todd comes out, and he's wearing some flowing robe, almost like he's gonna part the crowd.
He was definitely having fun. I mean, there was no doubt about that.
Yeah. I'm So Tired. Then we got Happiness is a Warm Gun. Now the next song I remember, Todd comes out and he's wearing like he's going on a safari.
Right. So it's something different. I think how many costume changes? About 3.
Yeah, I think,
at least. Yeah. You got the black tights, you've got the flowing robe, and now it's camo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Todd, sometimes I think he thinks he's in his 20s.
Yeah. Well, he's the fun uncle. If anybody had that fun uncle, this is him. He's in fun uncle mode.
But I think after you turn 35, you shouldn't be wearing tight pants anymore.
Yeah. I was looking at the guitar. Yeah.
And he's in his 70s, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so. So he comes out, he's got a super soaker.
Yeah.
And he does the continuing story of Bungalow Bill, which was very interesting.
Right. Shooting people in the audience the whole time.
Yeah, with water.
Yeah.
And so then we did Piggies.
Little Piggies.
Glass Onion. Helter Skelter, I remember, was just off the charts.
Yeah.
Todd he's very... I'll use the word eclectic, but he also has a decent range. I didn't find him to be, he's not the greatest vocalist, but he works with what he has.
Yeah.
And Helter Skelter, he just turned it up, to 11.
Well, you can't hold back with Helter Skelter. Yeah. And everybody
the
just
screaming,
really rocked it.
But he was like right on with that song.
Yeah.
Now the next song is a song I think they could have done without. I do play this song my son's birthday parties. I don't even know if his friends know who the Beatles are, or even know it. But it's the song Birthday.
Right, but they could think maybe you just wrote that song.
Yeah.
Your son's friends. It's like, hey, good song, Jimbo.
Yeah. So that they probably could have done without. And then the encore, it looks like we only had one song for the encore.
Yeah, but a special one to the crowd.
And this is actually, because it's a fun song, Obla Di Bla Da, is actually one of my favorite Beatles songs, believe it or not.
Yeah, it's great.
Because it tells it's a story, they're in the marketplace. And, you know.
Yeah, used for a late '80s, not sitcom but drama on TV, and you can check that out.
Okay, so yeah, we had a good time. We were in the 7th row. The concert was supposed to be September 19th, and I don't know for what reason, but they bumped them out, which actually that's actually the weekend we were going to Virginia. So this was a Saturday night, and they made it exactly a month later, October 19th.
And it worked out.
And the Killers played September 19th. So I don't know who bumped who or whatever, but
yeah.
So
you've got so many artists here, so many people playing. You could have had a family emergency or something come up.
So Wind Creek it's a good place to see a show.
You got the casino right there if you want to walk in and spend some money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Places to eat.
Wind Creek, I think I just looked it up. It seats like 3,800.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a very nice venue. Not too, it's not like your 20,000 seat arena.
Right.
And you got a mall there. You got there's a beef jerky and hot sauce store.
Right. If all you want is beef jerky, it's there for you.
You got Carlos Bakery, and then a lot of good places to eat there. We don't really gamble. I think we were gonna gamble, and then I don't even think we gambled. But we had a great time. Now we're gonna talk about, and I don't have any notes, but there's a band called the Weeklings.
Yeah.
They are based in New Jersey. I'm not sure where. And they have 2 albums out. They're recording a new album, which comes out in January, called 3.
3. Why is it called 3?
Because it's their 3rd.
Okay, there you go. All right, just checking.
So the first one was, I think it was just self-titled. The second one's called Studio 2, instead of 2, where they actually went to. So these albums are, it's like half Beatles, like kind of obscure Beatles songs.
Right.
Not the well-known, the hits. And half of it is their own songs, and sometimes you can't even tell the difference.
Right.
For their songs. Second album, they went to Abbey Road Studios.
The Abbey Road Studios.
Yes, to record.
Wow.
So I don't know all the members' names. Actually, I know the guy, the guitarist, and I don't think my friend Mike knows this, but the guitarist's name is Bob Burger, like Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers, got it. Yeah.
And they don't go by their real names.
Right. He was referred to as Rocky.
It's No. Rocky's the guitarist, but the other guitarist.
Okay.
I wish I could. I know Lefty is the bass player, and it's Glenn Burtnick.
Yeah.
Glenn Burtnick. He
talk a little bit about.
He didn't really have any hits in the '80s, but he wrote a very popular song in the '90s with Patti Smythe and Don Henley.
Right.
Can you remember that? I can't remember the
name.
name.
Can you name that tune?
I don't know.
Is it Sometimes Love Just Ain't Enough?
Yeah, Sometimes Love Just Ain't Enough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Glenn wrote that song.
Yeah.
Glenn also became part of Styx, I think in the 90s for a while. Glenn also was in the original Beatlemania as Paul.
This is the important part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With Marshall Crenshaw. I don't know if you know that name. He played John Lennon. So they were both in that. Marshall is now part of the Smithereens, which New Jersey band.
Yeah.
So
love our Smithereens.
But we saw the concert was in Montclair. It's at a place. It's a church.
The site. It's not just a church. It is a huge stone cathedral with the stained glass archways inside and corridors that you could get lost in looking for the restroom.
Functioning church.
It's amazing. It's amazing to look at and be a part of. In fact, some of these songs were played by Glenn up there at the pastor's or preacher's or priest's pulpit.
Yeah, so there's a piano.
Yeah, he brought his keyboard up there to the site. So the photos look like he's going to preach a sermon, but indeed he's belting out the next song.
And we saw this last night. And the show was probably a good 3 hours.
Yeah.
And they just look like they're having a great time.
So we had an option to get in anywhere we wanted to, actually. Even getting there, a line behind 100 people, we went off to the side and we got in the second row, front row. And I was off on the side taking pictures. Just felt like I was right there alongside the stage. And at that point, seeing their following, seeing their some were possibly family members, but seeing their following of groups of women on each side, a lot of them dressed in black and dancing.
Yeah. Everybody
So they
was
got a
having a
following.
good time.
Yeah, they got a following.
Yeah, and they had a horn section. They had 2 guys on horns, and they had some violinists.
Yeah. So the horn section was we couldn't see as much from our angle across the stage, but had a couple trumpets, trombones, another percussionist over there, and on the string section we had a woman on cello, and then 3 on violin, and they were really into it. They were definitely classically trained. They were reading sheet music, each of them, to the Beatles tunes. Can you imagine playing the violin sheet music?
Yeah.
To Beatles tunes. That was interesting.
But it was. They did the slower songs, but they really got into it. The guitarist, what was his name?
Rocky.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He looks like he's about 6'6", as far as 6 feet tall. Yeah.
And he did he would sing the George Harrison songs
And play that guitar. Wow.
So probably when they might have put this band together, they got you're gonna be George, you're gonna be John. Not that they don't dress up as the Beatles. Mm-hmm. They do dress pretty nice. They're not wearing like sloppy T-shirts or anything.
Right. But what you really saw, Jim, was the dedication and the craftsmanship, just fully being into it. There was no holding back.
No.
All of them were just out there all the way to the drummer too. Drummer was back behind plexiglass, a full drum kit. Playing very hard, playing not holding back at all as well.
Smokehouse, his name is. I think.
Smokehouse.
Yeah, Weekling.
Yeah, Smokehouse Weekling.
I wish I could remember the other Weekling.
I don't know, but today I am Mike Weekling, Jim.
Yeah. But I was thinking as I looked at the drummer, they look, they're in their probably 60s.
Yeah, that's right.
Drummer was great. He was smiling all the time. He looked like he was having a good. They all looked like they had.
He was right on too. Right on.
And these are guys like the drummer. I was thinking he looked like a guy. If your washer breaks down, he would show up at your house.
Yeah,
they're just like
could be a side job. You never know.
Yeah. But so that was and that's the second time I've been there. First time was Smithereens. First show without their lead singer Pat DiNizio, who sadly passed away about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So Marshall Crenshaw was their first official Smithereens show. So
right.
But the Weeklings, I've been to their first 2 record release. I wouldn't say party, but concert. Vintage Vinyl.
Right.
In Edison, off of Route 1.
The premier LP vinyl place
we've been
in
going
the state,
there
right?
a long time.
Right.
Mike, I don't think has been there in a while. But
yeah, I was there once, probably 1986 or something.
But they'll have concerts there every once in a while, and you're standing among the record bins. So for the first 2 releases, the Weeklings, that's where they had their record release. Mm-hmm. The next one's going to be at the Stone Pony. I'm not sure if I'm going to make that or not. That's in January.
That's right. They announced that last night.
So those are the concerts we saw. I think wrap this up.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna break for a commercial. When we come back, we're gonna bring a Will in here.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
We're gonna spin it and see what we come up with.
Yeah, I might need to take it apart back here and
I
to
don't
get
know how
it
we're
in.
getting it in here, but we'll be back.
All right.
Tastes just 1 calorie. Tap Cola. What a beautiful drink. Tap Cola. For beautiful people. Tap Cola. It's beautiful to be so good and sugar-free. Tap. We're digging in. We're digging in. We're digging in. We're digging in. America's digging into planters across the land. In every hand, America's digging in.
Americans dig in to get things done. Planters dry roasted peanuts are one snack they love digging into. Maybe it's Planters special seasoning. Maybe it's the fresh roasted flavor. What we do know is Americans who love to dig into snacks love digging into Planters.
Silly parties can be beached with Planters nuts to easy reach. Working hard and having fun. Planters nuts are America's number one. We're digging in. We're digging in. America's digging in to Planters.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Good to be anywhere.
Yeah. I did hear you say Mike's hot.
I didn't say Mike's hot.
Okay.
I said the mic is hot. Why would I say that?
That's what I heard, but
Okay.
I know it's getting close.
So
Close in the booth
I
here.
need
Close in the booth.
you to go get the will for me.
Yes, here
Okay.
we go. All right.
Okay.
All right, bring it in here.
Okay.
Um,
Are we gonna fit it in?
yeah,
here?
it's bigger than big.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. This booth is small.
I got it. I'm sliding in.
Okay.
Slide in.
Okay. Okay. We got the will.
All right.
So this will, we have 30 different categories on it. Can you
Wow.
believe it?
Yes, yes.
And so you want to spin it? You want me to spin it?
Yeah, let me do it here.
Okay,
Let me
okay.
Set up.
Here we
Balance,
go.
it's balance. Okay, here it
Okay.
goes.
Yep. And around.
It's like being down in Wildwood, watching that.
Wow. You really spun that. Oh,
Right,
okay.
right here.
we got a category.
What do we got?
We've got music to music, old and new.
Oh, nice, nice. Pretty,
Yeah.
pretty broad. But what do you mean
Yeah.
there? What are you looking at with the music?
We're gonna compare
Styles or what?
We're gonna compare one song that's pretty old with a new or newer, fairly new, within a year or two, I'd
Mm-hmm.
say, song as far as lyrics go.
All right, so we're looking at lyrics. We're looking at. So you're saying we're looking at lyrics, how they've changed with this category over
Yeah.
the years. We're talking decades here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and
Let's see what we can pull up here.
because we do have some of the other categories. What do we got here? We got Rick Astley. Did I say ass? Can
No.
I say that? No.
Oh, it's-
okay.
Ass and T together. Ass.
Astley. Dead or alive?
Okay. I
That-
don't know.
that
Like,
would-
no, like if you would
good
ask
thing
me
that
right
didn't-
now, Jim,
yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Rick right now?
But that's like a 10-second segment.
Yeah,
Dead or alive. Yeah, he's alive.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
there you go.
So, yeah.
Because we
okay.
don't really have a concern
Yeah.
for what he's doing, right? I mean, I'm not really concerned.
Yeah.
Well, thank God it didn't land on that.
Who put that up there? David Hasselhoff songs? Now, why would we?
Because if you have 30 categories, David's got to be in there somewhere.
And he's big in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big in Japan.
Okay.
All right.
So let's get music to music, old and new.
You got something on that, or you want me to present something?
I can start.
All right, sounds good.
We can do mine fairly quick.
All right. All right.
So I got Bad Leroy Brown.
All right.
This is Jim Croce.
Right. Right.
Okay. And
You want to give us? It's a story about
Yeah.
Leroy.
I don't have the year on this.
Yeah. And we're
I
not
think
gonna.
it's 70s.
And we're not gonna do the whole lyrics, but just pull from it.
Yeah. So, this is a song about Leroy.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have spell check or the grammar.
Yeah.
Now Leroy, he a gambler.
Yeah. Now Leroy, he a gambler.
He loved his fancy clothes, and he liked to wave his diamond rings
Okay.
in front of everybody's nose.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got this song, and he's bad.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy.
He's
right?
a badass. Yeah.
So actually, I'm going to compare this to "Bad Guy" by
Oh,
Billie Eilish.
Okay.
It
We
took
go-
me a while to figure out how to say her name. I was
Yeah.
saying Billie Eilish.
So it's Eilish.
There's
yes.
a E-I-L-I-S-H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're looking at two songs with a similar title
Yeah.
and seeing how the lyrics compare. So, let's check this
So
out.
this song, Leroy Brown is about an actual. I don't know if he's an actual person, but he was badder than King Kong. You know, if King Kong was a real thing, you know.
Yeah. The Great Ape was bad. We know that.
Oh my God, he's got a razor in his shoe. He was a bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got a .32 gun in his pocket for fun.
Wow.
So he's going around killing people.
Do you think they meant an actual gun back then? They did, right?
Yeah.
Like now I talk about a gun in my pocket. I'm
Yeah.
talking about something else, like I'm
Yeah.
packing, you know?
Yeah.
But they're talking about a real gun here
Yeah.
for fun.
And he drove a Continental. Right there you go. Okay.
Lincoln Continental.
And he was 6'4".
All right, well that says something.
So now the Billie Eilish song
yeah.
is so she's talking about a bad guy. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
white shirt, now red, my bloody nose. Okay, so she wiped her nose on maybe this guy's shirt, sleeping, creeping around like no one knows. So she's stalking.
Yeah.
Let's see, bruises on both my knees for you. Okay, that's
Well,
a
look.
little suggestive.
Yeah, she's down on her knees. Yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
And don't say thank you or please.
Wow, ungrateful for the
Yeah.
knees.
Let's see. So you're a tough guy, like it really rough guy. Just can't get enough,
Enough money?
chest always puff.
Oh, you as a chest always puff guy.
I'm that bad type. So she's talking about herself now. Make your mama sad type. So it's like a little rap.
Yeah.
Let's
Make your girlfriend mad type.
Mad type. Okay. Might seduce your dad. What's going on here?
That's kind of taking it. Might seduce your dad type.
But
yeah,
then this
okay.
is the kicker.
Okay, here it is.
And even in the song, I'm the bad guy. Duh. I love that duh. No, it's the song. Have you heard the song?
I'm the bad guy, duh.
Have you heard the
No,
song?
I actually have not. I
No,
try to
it's
stay away from
actually,
it. Okay.
yeah. When she says duh, that's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so
oh.
she's the bad guy. Where Jim Croce, he's talking about an actual bad guy.
Yeah.
But she flips it around. You think, there's a bad, but she's the bad guy. So,
Yeah.
I'll be your animal. Okay, this is
Yeah. I'll be your animal.
this is getting in the other.
Oh, what does that say?
territory.
Wait, come on, and what? Oh.
Own me?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm gonna own
In
you.
the Me Too movement? Come on.
Yeah.
What's going on
I'm
here?
gonna own you.
My mommy likes to sing along with me, but she won't sing this song. That's kind of personal,
Well, it's kind of obvious. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so that's my comparison.
Yeah.
As,
So you got bad Leroy Brown, and you got bad guy.
yeah,
All right.
bad guy Leroy Brown. If you mix the two together,
Yeah. Oh, I found something here, Jimmy Ama. We got Night Shift. You might remember Night Shift from the Commodores. I'm going to compare that with Night Shift with a space in it by featuring Little Baby by Dave East.
Okay.
So we're going way back. I don't have the date on Night Shift, but I remember it being on the radio. This song by the Commodores is talking about referencing Marvin Gaye and the way he sang, what he did, and what he said.
Is this working on the night shift? Or?
So it says Marvin, he was a friend of mine, and he could sing a song, his heart in every line. And Marvin sang of joy and pain. He opened up our minds. And it talks about him going on, and it says, I hope that you will sing your songs forevermore. It's talking about the night shift and what Marvin was doing there.
What's the chorus? Is there a chorus?
Yeah, it's going to be some sweet sounds coming down on the night shift.
Okay, I think I know that song.
Yeah, you bet you're singing proud. I bet you'll pull a crowd on the night shift.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just talking about Marvin Gaye and all the things he was doing, and then other people following him and what they're talking about joy and pain and how to deal with things in life. So I want to compare it to today's song. This is, I think, from last year, and it's Night Shift. It's just a little bit different.
Who's the artist?
It's Dave East, and it's featuring Lil Baby.
Little Baby.
Little Baby.
Is this
yeah.
a rap song?
Yeah, I think it is. This is the one I did listen to, and it wasn't easy.
Okay.
Yeah. So it says I'm trapped on the night shift. See my uncle addicted to some white shit. I pulled up with a nice. My license suspended, so that's who I slid with.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up my Glock. I'm gonna take an ice pick to jail. Just put some money down. I'm gonna make a move till the dice set. Got some money up, and it's talking about some other things.
So his uncle was addicted to, I guess,
Yeah.
cocaine.
Yeah,
But he's going to jail too.
Yeah,
So he's,
yeah. Yeah, and he said couldn't get bail. They said I'm a flight risk, and why these wanna on my yeah. So yeah, it's why are they on my
Yeah.
yeah? It's pretty brutal, you know.
Yeah.
It's a far cry from Marvin Gaye and all, you know, and what's going on, Marvin Gaye, you know, they're referencing back later in the song, the Commodores to what's going on, which is Marvin. They're referencing the Commodores, referencing back to Marvin Gaye, who's asking, "Look at what's going on." This is in the mid to late '60s. He's saying what's going on with racial injustice and possible racial reconciliation that we were trying to do in the late '60s. This isn't really it, you know, talking about your Glock and the ice pick and taking out some people. Got very interesting. If you want to, I'm going to skip over this one. There's two songs forever. One is by Back Forever by Mariah Carey, I believe. And there it is, Mariah Carey. And she's talking about her lovely life and the way things are. And love all through the years.
So how old is that? Do you know?
Mariah Carey's 1992.
Okay.
Yep, and then we're bringing it up to Forever. I can find it here.
I just think maybe back in the 60s, 70s, there were nicer songs.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, and they could. I hate to say the cliche, touch your heart or touch your soul. So today we got Forever, same song title. If you look them up, Tory Lanez, and it's a single, and it says just starts out. It's a little different than Mariah. If you my dog, then my dog. You're gonna get money together. We're gonna get money together. You go through a trial. You duck in the law. Said it. We ducking together. That rhymes with duck.
Okay.
If we wild and you kill it. We bury the shovel together. I got you forever. I got you through the endeavor. If you my dog, then my dog.
I can't believe that's a Mariah Carey song.
No, yeah, that's not. That's the other Forever. Yeah, I switched it. I don't think Mariah would have a hit on her Christmas album with this.
No.
But this is a song.
Well, I think you have these smaller record companies now.
Yeah.
That are producing these type of songs.
Yeah.
You know, and it just boggles my mind sometimes with the controversy.
Yeah.
And we can get into this another time, but with Baby It's Cold Outside.
Right.
Which, something unplugged here. Yeah, sometimes it just boggles my mind with, you know, the whole controversy with this Baby It's Cold Outside.
You're talking about with the Me Too movement. Which I'm not against, but it's getting a little extreme.
Yeah.
You're talking about Me Too. Go ahead.
Yeah, how we go back, you know, the song was written in the, I want to say 1940s. Mm-hmm. And it was an innocent song at the time, and we've made it into something else. But then we have songs like this that my buddy Mike just, you know, has to kind of bleep himself out.
Right.
Saying, and...
Well, it's talking about getting together, getting money, taking people out and using and burying them and burying the shovel too, burying the evidence. I mean, with the ice pick and all the stuff. It's money oriented.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it says the N-word over and over, which I can't say, but seemingly Mr. Lanez can say that over and over, but I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got another one here. Not going to compare orange soda to orange crush. You can do that yourself. But we've got I Want to Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you probably remember the more familiar one, and I'm going to get to that second. But the I Want to Rock by Young Tory. He's a rapper.
Okay.
And I think this was the one, actually, this is the one that's difficult to listen to. I do challenge you to put it on. Even if you like rap, even if it's your genre, it's your fave. I Want to Rock, she want to suck my... Right now, I want some top, little out of her mind, thinks she gonna get piped down. I want to rock, smoke this dope. I'm so high right now. I want to rock. I want to rock. And if you listen to it musically, it's very challenging to listen to. It's kind of like maybe brake screeching or something.
Okay.
So you have to.
What's like the? Is there just a beat? Or
yeah, it's pretty rough. So if you like just someone just talking foul to you, talking dirty to you, maybe it turns you on. That this would be for you. But if you go back, there's another song I want to rock.
It's like there's no.
Yeah.
It's like you click a button on a keyboard. Some of these songs.
Yeah.
And you got a beat, and you just start like, almost improv. What's it called? Freestyling. Like you're freestyling, and then before you know it, you got an album.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, and you can say "suck my," anytime you want. I could say it right now. Anyway, that's recorded, and so what we got. Is if you remember way back, I think it was mid '80s, I believe. Hair bands, big hair bands, rock bands.
Yeah, I can hear the song in my head.
Yeah.
I wanna rock.
It's from the album "Stay Hungry" and mid '80s by Twisted Sister, and I just love the album cover. I saw them with the glam makeup and everything, and yeah, it's pretty wild. It's very colorful, very colorful. But my point here, as I read these lyrics. I'll make it the end here. Said there's this is the song. There's a feeling that I get from nothing else, and there ain't nothing in the world that makes me go. Turn the power up. I've waited for so long, so I could hear my favorite song.
Yeah.
Okay, so going for that excitement of hearing your favorite song.
Yeah.
It's actually not talking about putting an ice pick or sucking somebody's. Or burying a shovel.
Yeah, who wants to listen to a song about?
Yeah, but it's talking about your favorite song, so let's go, 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 go. And then the lyrics go on with, when it's like this, I feel the music shooting through me, there's nothing else I'd rather do. I want to rock, I want to rock. Yeah, so it's
still good, upbeat.
Right, and so my point is
I mean, it's not the greatest
no
lyrics, but it's the whole package.
No, which brings out what I'm trying to say. I wasn't listening to this back then. Mid '80s, I was getting into alternative and a lot of stuff that would be called new wave, and then some alternative. And this wasn't my thing at all. But here I'm looking back and seeing it's just a man yelling that he wants to rock, which takes us full circle. This right here, as wild as it seemed in the '80s, is talking about just out rock and roll, and that's what we saw hours ago in Montclair. Yeah, we saw in Montclair people just want to rock.
And people that say that rock and roll is dead.
Music, it's not. It's definitely
you gotta get out. You gotta, like, both Mike and I, we now have Apple Music, and you discover a lot of new artists. Just the other day, I had someone follow me on Instagram, and he was a musician from Chicago, and so I checked him out, really loved his new song, messaged him, and he messaged me back, and then that's how things work now. But there's a lot of great local bands.
Before you get into that, Jim, just I'll let you get in that second. Just going back to last night, we're going out to dinner at the place that shall not be named, the restaurant.
I don't think we remember the name.
No, that's why. That's exactly right. That's why I wasn't going to name it. So we're there on, I think, Church Street or Main Street. And the guy, I met the owner, Chris, great guy. It's a great shop full of patrons. And he said, "You going to the show?" We said, "Yeah." And he's talking about one down at the other place at the Wellmont. And OAR is playing there. And so even just in Little Montclair, okay, just this one city, you can find these rock shows. Just
on
people,
the same night.
People are going. It's rock is still alive. You know, and I don't mean totally to disparage rap. I'm not. I have a friend, Chris, lives in Bethlehem, and he's a rapper. I'm getting to know him, and he can really.
Oh, there's rap with great messages.
Yeah, he's a great rapper. You should meet him sometime, Jim. And Chris, shout out to you if you're listening. Great rap. I can't believe I saw him live and I enjoyed it. This was about a month ago. So I am not disparaging rap, but this song, honestly, that I referred to 5 minutes ago, it's hard to listen to. But my point being, you can go, and our point, you can go anywhere. Just in Montclair, 2 great rock shows in one night.
Yeah. And there's new bands out there. There's bands like Rival Sons.
Yeah, name some other. Turn some people on to some others. The Weeklings, just last night.
Yeah, the Weeklings and trying to think. Rival Sons is one I'm not sure where they're from. I know they're not from Jersey, but they're just on fire with I haven't seen them live, but you can tell by even the album, it would be incredible to see them live.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and other some that have been around. Tedeschi Trucks Band.
Yeah.
Government Mule. They kind of a jam band.
Mm-hmm.
They are a jam band.
Yeah.
But there is great music out there that's still being made.
And I just got turned on to through you. I just got turned on to Tedeschi Trucks Band. Didn't get turned on for a while with it for some reason, but some of their songs just really touch me. I just love it. And they got 11 people on the cover. I counted the album cover across. Yeah. 11 people.
Yeah.
Now that's a
and
wide.
I've seen that
wide array.
I've seen various. I haven't seen Tedeschi Trucks, but I've seen various members of the band I saw the Allman Brothers and
right.
Another guy is Sean Rowe. I always want to say Rowe, R-O-W-E. Check him out.
Is he the one that talks like
Yeah, he's got a deep voice. Just a man and his guitar.
Oh, Jim.
Great songwriter. Very down-to-earth, earthy person.
That's
great. He's one of these people that they go out in the woods. He knows what mushrooms.
Wow.
And not, drug mush, but eating mushrooms and different things that he can find for free and he does different recipes. So he's got a lot going on there.
Yeah, that's quite a specialty.
And he tours all over Great Britain. Sean Rowe. So that's another one.
It's R-O-W-E. Right,
yeah.
Right.
And he has 3 or 4 albums out. And great, deep voice, and great songwriter.
Yeah.
Great. And he's doing his own stuff. And not, you go on, I'm trying not to say too much.
Because sometimes you don't.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't know.
You don't.
No.
But one thing I know is that on iTunes, when you go through the top 10, it's all, nothing wrong with,
getting some pop action.
Dance music. Some people, different genres are great at what they do, and maybe it's not my thing or Mike's thing, listening, but, very well produced and stuff so I can understand. But you're not going to find little obscure or the little guy that's just, packing up his car and going from gig to gig.
Who's got his heart and his life into it. Yeah.
And went into a studio and, paid a lot of money to produce an album just to try and make a living and just doing what they love, not having someone, some of these bands are put together. We can get into that later, but, they're totally produced. They're put together, and they become huge, not on talent, but on production.
Right.
Maybe they can't really carry a tune without help.
Right. And, since you mentioned that, Jim, it'd be interesting, do a podcast on those who wouldn't make it on The Voice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking of artists right now that we've listened to and we've loved for decades.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention any names right now. I don't know if we want to do that, but it's a possibility. Just think about some of the people you listen to.
Or maybe good.
The chairs wouldn't turn on The Voice.
Yeah, there's also great songwriters and they're bad singers.
Right.
So.
But we love them anyway because they're telling a story.
So we're going to wrap this up?
Yeah, wrap it up.
Okay.
Jim.
So thank you for listening. And
all right, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. We're out.
You've been listening to Jim and Mike Talk. Today's show was recorded at Did You Say 7 Studios in Central New Jersey. You can email Jim and Mike at jimandmikepodcast@gmail.com. Intro and exit music by MMM Music Studios.
Jimbo, Jimorama.
Micah.